before seeing very interesting table, in fact it is quite old one, that Professor Rips found a while ago, some additionals which are added, but the basis of this table that we are going to see is Professor Rips. No? If people would relate to Bible code, then maybe you could save a few thousand Jewish souls as we see just now. So this is what you have in BCA, the Oslo disaster. We visited how it happened, all the story, but we have another one which is really also exactly this year, which is all the disaster 3 years ago and on, fighting description of what is going on here, 30 years after its euphoric launch, the Oslo peace process between Israel and the PLO stands as the worst calamity to have affected Israel and the Palestinians since the 1994-8 war, and the most catastrophic strategic blunder in Israel's history by replacing Israel's control of the West Bank and Gaza Palestinians with corrupt and repressive terrorists entitled that inoculated their subject with burning hatred of Jews and Israelis, as well as murdered some 2,000 Israelis and rained thousands of rockets and missiles on their population centers. Okay, about the Oslo Post, you can read a lot here, all over many things which discovered just now, frightening, and clearly also mentions that Peres is guilty because he planned to do all these things without really asking others, and he by himself decided about disaster on Israel. No, if people would see this table, I mean, this is based on the table which Professor Rips brought. In fact, you can see my YouTube about, I think 11-12 years ago, which I brought it, but it was first definitely Professor Rips brought it, and this is what was written. The first thing is a very significant table. It appears in a letter skip of 13, and it appears in few verses, I mean the last verses in Leviticus. No, in fact, no, it is all in Leviticus. It's the chapter 10 and 11. Unbelievable. Very significant table. I think some say that it is 200,000, even more. Why? What you have here? The first thing you have, Oslo Accord. You see? Oslo and Accord. In Hebrew is Eskem. Eskem is Accord of Oslo. Amazing. Right in the center. Eskem and Accord. Right? Which is coming in, you see? In black you have Eskem. And then you have the Eskem Oslo in red, So then, this is the best meeting of these two things, Eskem Oslo. With whom? So with Ashraf and PLO. I mean, both are basically the same, So you have the PLO, Palestinian Liberation Organization, and then you have parallel to the Accord in black, Asson, disaster, exactly as you say in those articles, So, Eskem, the Accord of Oslo, with Ashraf, Ashraf, you have the word Ashraf, in purple, Ashraf, PSLO, with the Palestinian organization, was disaster. Thousands of Jews were killed and wounded. Then, what more you have here? You have Rabin also, because Rabin also defended. In this picture that you see Rabin, Arafat and Clinton. Then, just by reading the whole thing, I wrote only the beginning, but there's also disaster, 30 years. You have exactly, you can see they're fighting. Then, what more you have here? It means disaster, the Oslo Accord with the Palestinians. Peres is guilty in green. Peres is guilty because this is really everyone says, because he did it by himself. He brought Arafat from Tunisia, almost was finished, but he brought it and he said, let us make a new state, and frightening. Then the left, definitely, all these are the left. And Rabin, this is disaster to the children of Israel. If people will believe to the code, to the Bible code, but it's difficult. People don't want to believe, because if you believe, you have to behave according to the Torah. The Jews have to give all the Shabbos and everything, and the Gentiles will not allow to make abortion and homosexuality, and they don't like it. They don't like it. You see how the world look like now. So, but this is unbelievable, really frightening. This is very old table of Professor Rips. I made it really in a nice way now, but you can see it in the tuber, I think, also already 12 years ago, and before. So, it clearly shows, really, unfortunately, if people would think, I told you, because somebody told me that this is 1 to 100,000, because the chances, that you will have the word in such a small area, exactly they're related. Peres Hashem, this exactly, Peres is guilty, minimum the Torah, and this exactly we see, this is what is written, no doubt, because he did think by himself. If he did not ask Rabin, he himself decided he should bring Arafat and do a new state with him, and so on, and frightening. He was almost finished. If the person will not do it, it will be the end of the PLO. So this is minimal, and this is best meetings, which is exactly the condition for real Bible code. We said many times, this program that you see here, letter after letter, which is Bible code, and all the words of the Torah, clearly, the Torah speaks, you can hear. Yom Karib, all these are letters of the Torah, letter after letter. This is a Bible code, which was used already 800 years ago by Rabbeinu Bachya, showing clearly the exact second of the birth of the moon, according to code of 42 letters. Famous, this was accepted. If you scientists, it was accepted scientific work, if you have the right conditions, like minimal, And definitely, from the Torah point of view, Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, the great rabbis, gave letters to really encourage it, and to Rav Shlomo Fisher and others. This is a clear proof of the Torah from heaven. So, this is the table based on Professor Rips' finding that Peres is guilty in the Accord of Oslo, which brought Ason, disaster to the children of Israel, even Israel. Okay, I found it, the left out of Israel, right? And this is, really, as I said, it's worthwhile reading articles, There is even an old book, I think Bloomberg, old book, in Hebrew, maybe in English, but clearly they're saying exactly how Peres brought to all this disaster. So, interesting and very significant table, one of many, which shows how strong our Bible codes. But they say that Satan very much fights again, because the Jews don't like to keep Shabbos and to be and all other things. Okay, no, but there are still a lot of people who Baalei Tshuva, became religious, Orthodox as a result, like in the Six Divorce. The Six Divorce is the same story. Also, half of Tel Aviv was ready for cemetery because they expected terrible disaster. But we know the story that they asked yeshiva boys to learn 24 hours a day, to pray, to say Psalm. It was miracles, Hoping that now will be the same, because now it is worse. Now it can be 100,000 missiles You know what it means if they shoot? They said if they will shoot it every day, it could be 5,000. No? To part with 5,000, and John cannot do anything. Yeah, and also there are planes that can carry explosion till Tel Aviv, and the situation becomes more and more. So it's million. No doubt that we are a very, very difficult situation. Politics will not help us, not anybody, no prime minister in Israel, not the left, not the right. Because they believe in Allah, you know, they believe that the whole world should believe in Allah, the Shia, and for this they want to show how strong they are, and you know, they will threaten people won't accept the faith in Allah. Yeah, so this is very difficult to fight this kind of people, you know, politics and so on will not help anything. So interesting, a significant table, no doubt. I mean, as I said, statistics is very high, and most conditions, you know, for good Bible code, when it's a good meeting, parallel, minimal, splitting them, all of this you have here. So, what we can do, we wait, who knows what will develop now, those are, you know, it is written that the danger is very great from the north, and Iran pushing Hezbollah to fight, and you know, they feel now that it's the right time, because in Israel they are fighting one with the other, you know, and maybe pilots and so on will not work. So yeah, it's fighting, so they take advantage of this, and they say, let us use it, wait a little bit, it will be even worse, and then, you know, they will start, who knows. So interesting and significant, very significant and relevant table to our time.